So welcome back, everyone. We're live on Facebook now, so I do want to say hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We'll share the show later on. My next guest is Tim Orscheln, and he is the CEO of HOMELYFE. And you want to tell everybody first a little bit about HOMELYFE and what you do.
Well, thanks, Carol, and thanks for having me back on. Really do appreciate it. What we do at HOMELYFE is we save roofs. That's exactly what we do. You know, I've been getting on roofs since I was 14 years old, and you know, I've been in the real estate game for the last 20 years, buying and selling not only residential but commercial buildings. And it just, you know, several years ago, I just kind of, you know, every time you have a roofing issue, it always seems like the outcome is you need a new roof. And I knew that that wasn't the case, and so I started a company with the customer in mind and not the roof. And that's what we do now.
I have to tell people, can I tell people a little bit about you?
Absolutely.
Now, what I know, since he's been coming on several times now, and what I know about you is you want to help people save their roofs, because most people don't know that their roofs probably don't have to be replaced. You also have a product that you want to talk a little bit about, which we're going to do that in a minute. But I think that's what you're all about, is helping people save not only their roofs, but the money, the costs. And so many people don't know what they don't know. So what do? They listen to the person that came out and said, hey, you need a new roof. And they go and they spend all that money, and they may have not had to.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, 80-90% of all like asphalt shingle roofs do not need to be replaced, which means that 80-90% of those asphalt shingle roofs could actually benefit from not only HOMELYFE, but one of our great products that we have called Go Nano.
Will you tell them about that? Because it's pretty cool. Listen up, everyone. Also, I want people who are real estate agents to listen up. I want people who are property management company to listen up. And if you have a roof that's how old? Does it matter really, or they should do it as soon as possible?
We've got a product that can actually be applied to the roof right after it's actually been replaced.
Okay.
Which will basically what the Go Nano product is. I'm going to back up here just a second, real quick. So, you know, after all those years of being in the real estate business, and just understanding that obviously the roof is the #1 expense in your home. If you're in property management or you're a landlord, that's your biggest capital expense. And just over the years, the amount of money that's being spent on roofs that do not need to be replaced, and not only that, but just, you know, just the knocking on the door, hey, can we look at your roof, coming down after 30 seconds and just saying, boom, you need a new roof. I kind of got sick and tired of it, is what it was. Several years ago, my wife and I purchased, we downsized. Our kids have now, we're empty nesters, and we bought a home with a 15-plus-year-old roof on it. And after a monsoon season, I had a ton of granule loss around this house. And even myself, I was like, wow, like look at this. So I did a little experiment. I called out 3 roofers. They all 3 showed up at different times. They put their ladder exactly where I put my ladder. They went up there, maybe were on my roof 30 seconds. They all came down and said exactly the same thing. Sir, your roof is shot. We'll have a quote over to you here by the end of the day. And I just knew that my roof was not ready for replacement. So I started looking for a solution. I found a lot of things that didn't work, whether it would be the warranty or you know, the time, you know, the useful life of the products that were being used on these roofs by other roofers and DIYers, do-it-yourselfers, and none of them worked for me. I almost hung up my hat until I found this product called Go Nano out of Quebec, Canada. The CEO who developed this product actually worked in the asphalt industry. He was actually developing a new product to help cities and governments save the asphalt streets, when he realized there was even a bigger problem with asphalt shingle roofs, from sustainability to the insurance companies to everything. And I found this product. I researched it for a couple months. I used their samples, and I ended up buying the rights to distribute that product here in Arizona. And what the product does, it is a rejuvenation product, but it works it's backed by science, and it works on a molecular level. So it is installed as an aerosol spray onto your roof within 24 hours. Those nanoparticles, they reach the center of the asphalt shingle, where a molecular transaction takes place that not only rejuvenates the tile, but then over the next 7 days binds the tile and binds tile to tile. So whether it's asphalt shingles, whether it's concrete, whether it's wood, shake, anything like that on your property, we can extend the life of it by 10 to 15 years. We have a warranty that stands behind it.
Now, your phone number to call is 480-569-5753. The website is easy to remember. It's we'vesavedroofs.com. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. They're both residential and commercial. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Okay, so what is that number one cause of a roof being, having issues?
The number one cause of roof issues is simply lack of or deferred maintenance.
Now, how many people maintain their roof like that? How many people do that?
Yeah, no, hardly any. And as a matter of fact, I'm born and raised in Missouri, where we have tornado and lots of hail and high wind. And we know every single year that we need to take care of our roofs, especially after hailstorms. We know that there's going to be those door knockers at the door. Everybody comes out here to Arizona where the sun shines 300 plus days out of the year, and for some reason it's just your roof becomes out of sight, kind of out of mind. People don't understand. We get hail here. I have yet to be on a roof that hasn't had a hail mark on it. That's why insurance companies are still, they're around. They're insuring roofs for the time being. But then we also have our monsoons. And just, people need to think like a raindrop. The Grand Canyon was started with a raindrop, and one single, a leaky roof, you might not see that until it's too late. And that's where we come in. One of the things that I did when I started this company, before I could help anybody else, I wanted to help myself, and that was through education. So I put myself and became a member of the NRCIA. The NRCIA stands for the National Roofing Certification and Inspection Association. I myself, as the CEO of the company, became a forensic roof inspector, certified. Every one of my field operations managers right now in the field are also certified roof inspectors through the NRCIA. We took an oath when we signed our paper, when we got our certificate, to give an unbiased roof inspection. And that's the first place we like to start. We offer a free 2-zone inspection to anybody that calls. And we're happy to come out and also provide a report after that inspection. And at the end of the day, we want to save your roof. We do not want to replace it. If the roof qualifies for Go Nano, that's another product that will absolutely extend the life of your roof anywhere from 10 to 15 years. We offer a 10-year warranty on that product. And then we have another really nice little tidbit of information, which is we automatically open up what's called a roof savings account. And 50% of the cost of that Go Nano treatment goes immediately into what we call the HOMELYFE RSA. And so when your asphalt shingle tiles are actually at their life end, you can use that money toward a new roof.
Which is awesome.
So we give it right back to you, whether it be 5, 10, 15 years down the road.
Now, you talked about thinking like a raindrop, right? We've had a little bit of rain here, right? We've had a little bit of rain. It's perfect that you're here today because a lot of people, since it was raining, might have a little bit of rain and water on their roofs. How much money can a roof leak cost somebody?
Well, first and foremost, most people wait until they see that little brown spot above their kitchen table, and they go, "Oh, I've got a roof leak in my kitchen." Just because that little brown spot is forming above your chandelier, above your kitchen table, doesn't mean that the roof leak is on the roof above the kitchen table. It could be clear over in the master bedroom. Water, raindrops, they take the path of least resistance. So that's why we do the NRCI inspection. We inspect your entire roof, starting from inside your attic. If we get that permission to go into your attic, that's where we find the old leaks and the new leaks. But even a small leak over a period of a couple years can easily cost $10,000 worth of roof damage, and not to mention mold. And then you got a whole other problem on your hands.
Well, we don't want to have any problems, and this is what they're here for, is to save your roofs. Check them out on their website. It is wesaveroofs.com. HOMELYFE.com. They're statewide, they're licensed, bonded, and insured, both residential and commercial. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. 480-569-5753. Hang tight, we'll be back in just a minute. We're still live in the room, okay?
Sure.
Because we're on Facebook, okay? So, question for you. When you go up there and you see that there are, let's say you see there's leaks, okay? So the first thing you wanna do is fix the leaks, right? You gotta do that, right?
Yep,
Because that nano product does that take care of those leaks?
it does not.
No, okay, so that's what
Yep.
I wanna ask, because when you go up there, what is the process? When, you're not gonna go up there and say, it's obviously that they're calling you for a reason, right? So
Correct.
tell me what the process is.
We have to find the source of the leak, and then we have to make a repair, and so that's exactly what we do. So we'll come and we'll do a free 2-zone inspection for you, which means walking around the outside of your home, looking inside your attic, and then we go onto your roof at that point. And then when we're done with that inspection, you'll actually get a report from us. You'll get a verbal report from the inspector while he's there, and then we're happy to give you an actual report, a paper report, by the end of the day.
Okay.
And that will include an order, so that's called a leak-free roof inspection. Okay, so now we've inspected your house, we found the source of the leak or leaks, and we will let you know exactly what those are gonna cost in order to get those repaired. At that point, then we can certify your roof as a leak-free
Right.
roof. As
Zone, a
leak-free,
leak-free
yeah,
zone,
well, it's a
yeah.
leak-free roof, okay?
Okay.
We give you a leak-free roof certification, which basically means that's us saying that, hey, we fixed all your leaks and you're good to go. You don't have to put the rejuvenation product on your roof. It is another product, but it's highly recommended, because at that point, your tiles, I call it Captain Crunch, and then we can get into what the weather does here, right? We can say the sunshine. I mean, we live in a state where,
Right.
it's
Sun is
shining
brutal.
300, and 2023, we shattered records. 2024, last year, we shattered them again, and we're seeing higher and higher temperatures every year. All that's doing is baking the roof. That's what it is.
That's it.
And so, go and just think about your asphalt street in front of your home. When they laid it down, what color was it? It was jet black. What happens after the first year? It starts turning gray, because that's called oxidation. And that means those oils are evaporating through wear and tear, and the sun beating on it all day long, wear and tear, and evaporating into the atmosphere. Okay, that's why asphalt streets become brittle. The same premise is with your asphalt shingles. They will absolutely become brittle with
We
this
literally
aerosol
have
stuff.
potholes on our roofs.
Yeah, exactly.
In a sense.
Yeah, that's what
Right?
happens. Yeah, that's what
So,
happens.
I'm gonna come back to, what the process, so that you can do that on air, okay?
This statistic here is actually the NRCIA.
Okay.
This came
You
right
can-
from there.
I'll let you say
77
that.
roofs inspected, needed repairs, and only 9% needed to be replaced.
Amazing.
That is a national number.
Welcome back. We're talking with Tim Orschlin, and he is here to tell you that he wants to save your roofs. That's what he's on a mission, to help everybody save their roofs. He works statewide, licensed, bonded, and insured, both residential and commercial. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and he's here to educate people on their roofs and why it's so important to, first of all, maintain them. But we're going to talk a little bit about some of how he goes about this and how he works. And it's almost like we were talking about a fiduciary earlier. It's sort of being that you are a member of the NRCIA. That has made you sort of like a fiduciary.
I guess you
In
could say so.
roofing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let me tell you.
I want you to tell him, but go ahead.
I just wanted to say, at the end of the day, you're right, 100%. For me personally, it became about that. It was just, there's too many companies out there taking advantage of people. And at the end of the day, businesses don't do business with businesses. People do business with people. And it's funny that you said that, because we have over 100 years of roofing experience on our field operations side. And every time that I hire a new roofer, when they're vetted, one of the things that I actually say to them, I said, I'm going to have to knock the roofer out of you on this one. And they always ask me, what does that mean? And I said, because we're not even though we are in the roofing business, we're in the customer business. We're customer centric. We need to care about these people. You said it earlier on your show, on the previous guest that you just had. It's tough out there right now. The economy's tough. And you know what? We don't need people out there taking advantage of people. We need people out there that really want to help people. We don't want to be there and do your roof and never be seen again. We want to come see you every year for the life of your warranty and make sure that your roof is still leak-free.
And let me tell you, when you do that for free.
Absolutely, 100%.
You know, so, and they're here to help you, but right now we're educating you on roofs and why it's so important. First of all, to have them come out and do, is it a 2-point, I think you called it the 2-point inspection?
We have it, yeah, it's what we call a 2-zone.
2-zone, I
Yeah,
couldn't
so
remember if it was
one
a
of the
point
things-
or a Z.
Yeah, one of the things we do at the NRCIA, it's called a leak-free roof inspection. It's $495. Now, the price of that includes a 5-zone inspection. That takes several hours to complete. So we understand that people have, and we mostly do that for insurance companies that have turned down a claim. We'll come back and follow up with that and say, listen, let us come out and do a full home 5-zone, certified leak inspection. And then we'll write up a report on exactly what's going on with the leaks in your house. But what we do for our customers today is free. So we provide a 2-zone. As I said earlier, a 2-zone is also not only the attic, because attics are where you're gonna literally find the stains that show you where a new leak are and an old leak are. A lot of people don't even realize, a lot of times it takes time for them to see these leaks, maybe even a couple of years if they have a lot of foam in their roof. So there's a lot of stuff that stops that little small water thing, that water droplet.
It doesn't just
Yeah.
come out right away.
It just does not come out right away. And so the damage that's happening, while you're laying by your pool, or by your fireplace during the winter time, and your leaks, there's been times that we've found leaks that aren't even contributed to the roof. There's something else up there, a pipe running through, or an air conditioning line.
A roof rat might have gotten
roof rats,
hit
all
in.
kinds of different stuff. So,
Right.
you get in someone's roof, you see a lot of stuff
You have no idea
up
what you're
there.
gonna find.
Yeah,
Now, I
absolutely.
want you to explain to them the process, once you've done all of that. Now you go up there, I asked you what happens after you have found some leaks, and now what happens?
Okay, so you can go to wesaveroofs.com, or you can give us a call at 480-569-5753, and you'll talk to one of our, Sarah, most likely Sarah at our office will schedule the free 2-zone for you. We'll send out one of our field operations managers, and he'll come out and he will do a 2-zone, free 2-zone leak inspection, which also includes walking around your house, looking at your fascia boards, looking at your drip edges, so forth and so on. He will give you, before he leaves, he will give you a verbal report on what's going on with your roof and your condition of the roof and what he recommends moving forward. If he's identified the leaks that are on your roof, upon your approval, we will be happy to send you a proposal to just fix those roof leaks, because that's all that needs to be done. If your roof is starting to age, we have a product called Go Nano Revive. That's for older roofs, anywhere from 8 to 10, based on the condition of your roof and older. That will actually, within the first 24 hours, will actually rejuvenate those roof tiles, and then over the next 6-7 days, that molecular binding process will actually fortify them. It stops the aging process immediately, or slows it down dramatically. It stops granule loss. It reflects UV rays. It holds up to high monsoon winds and hail. And one of the most important parts about it makes your roof 100% hydrophobic. Asphalt shingles, even brand new ones, absorb water. That's why they call it about the freeze and the thaw cycles. Or in monsoon, the good Lord dumps a ton of water on the roof, and then what happens next? 120-degree sun comes out and simply bakes those tiles, which makes them brittle. That's what makes them brittle, because it's oxidizing them, and it evaporates the oils out of them. We put them back in. And if you decide to go that route, hey, then we're going to open up your roof savings account immediately, because you've taken advantage of the Go Nano and any promotion that we stand behind, plus our 10-year
And
warranty.
the difference in cost of doing the Go Nano as opposed to buying a new roof has got to be tremendous.
20%.
20%.
Yep, 20% of it, doesn't matter, whatever the size roof or square footage that you have on your roof, we're going to save you
Can you
80% on the roof replacement and extend the life of your roof by up to 10 to 15 years.
480-569-5753. Check it out on the website. It's wesaveroofs.com. I want to go to this one right here, real important. If a roof replacement is it always the best option for a damaged and leaky roof?
Absolutely not. We do not believe that a roof replacement is necessary. As a matter of fact, one of the things that just came out recently through the NRCIA, and this is a national stat, is that 77% of inspected roofs needed repairs only, and 9% only needed replacement.
It's amazing. And how many times you've had 3 people that came to your house originally, and each one of them said the same thing: you need a new roof.
Need a new roof. I put Go Nano on my own home, and I have a 22-year-old roof, and when people pull in my driveway, they ask when I had time to put on a brand new roof. What it also does, that we failed to mention, if you have an older shingle that's oxidized, what happens? It changes color. Just like when they laid an asphalt down in front of your home on that street, right? It's jet black. What happens over the period, the first year, second year? It continually oxidizes as those oils evaporate back into the atmosphere, turning it gray. Same thing that happens with your worn out asphalt shingles that have been up there. When we apply Go Nano to it, it absolutely brings the color back to your roof. It looks brand new and it fortifies it. You can go to wesaveroofs.com. We have before and after pictures on there, and I think you'll be shocked at what you see.
It's wesaveroofs.com. I want to do this because it's important. Tell us a little bit about your program and how you can help homeowners prior to the summer and monsoon season.
Absolutely. Like I said, go to wesaveroofs.com, give us a call. We'll get you on the schedule. We'll come out. Everybody that works for Home Life is, we're a big family.
I think we're hearing thunder here. It's already starting.
Exactly.
You know what? God's getting angry, you know?
Yeah.
He's getting angry right now. He's going, let me just do what I gotta do, Tim.
You know, I don't know what we're doing, but he's being very happy with us because, you know, we're staying busy and we're helping a lot of people.
A lot of people.
So we'll come out there. We'll send someone really nice to come out and talk to you.
People that you can trust. I think this is another thing that we talked about being a fiduciary, right? And basically it seems like that's what you are, is that when a lot of people, they know right away when they're gonna call a roofing company or wherever, it doesn't matter who, they wanna be able to know that they're not getting taken advantage of. And it's hard to say whether they are or not, because when you have 3 guys that come to you and look at you, you're in the roofing business, you know, and they all say the same thing, it's almost scary. Well, it isn't almost, it is scary.
Well, what you're talking about there is our mission, and our mission is to be the most trusted equity maintenance company in the state of Arizona. I've lived here for 40 years. I've done a lot of things and met a lot of people since I've lived here and raised my family. We also have a program called the HOMELYFE Trade Partner Program. So even though we're not in the HVAC business today, if we do find where your HVAC is leaking or something like that, we have trusted partners that we recommend to you as well. We use them on our own homes, our children's homes, and we'll recommend them to you as well.
Well, you want to check them out on the website. It's easy to remember. wesaveroofs.com. Again, licensed, bonded, and insured, both residential and commercial. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. I did have a question. When it come on and you're doing all of this, right? How long does it take for it to all take place?
Oh, our guys are usually done in and out of your hair within an hour.
Within an hour?
Oh, yeah.
What about, you know, doing the Go Nano treatment and all of that? And then it takes how many days, because it works over time?
Well, we come out, depending on the size of your roof, of course, we can usually get set up, do the installation of the Go Nano product and get out of there within 2 hours. But we ask that, and I hope nobody's doing this anyway, but going up on their own roofs within the first 24 hours, because that is kind of the critical time for the Go Nano to do what it does. But it needs time to actually work. So
right.
Go Nano works on is made up of nanoparticles, which are very small. So in the first 24 hours, after that, you can go up on your own roof
and you're good to go.
Yep.
And on top of it, it's going to make it look brand spanking new.
Makes it look great.
Makes it look great. Again, I think the most important thing is that they save roofs, and that's what you want. You don't want, nobody wants to have to buy a new roof if you don't have to, and your people are buying them when they don't have to, and you don't have to with this company. They will come in and they're going to make sure. Let's see what it is that's going on up there. First take care of those things and then go from there. Again, it's wesaveroofs with an S.com. They're statewide, licensed, bonded, and insured, both residential and commercial. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Their phone number is 480-569-5753.